What's up, movie squad? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Galactus and the upcoming Fantastic Four movie coming out July 25th. That's next weekend. And I recently saw some TV spots and featurette behind the scenes of Fantastic Four, where we see shots of Galactus mainly walking, and get a very awesome back shot of Galactus, and is the suit or armor that he's wearing is purple like the comics, and looks very detailed. I do think the bottom half of the looks very reminiscent of samurai armor. And it just looks very inspired by that, and I think it's awesome. I think it looks very cool. I can't wait to see into the picture. We know from clips we've already seen that he wants Richard, the son of Reed and Sue Storm, and that's gonna play a big part of the film when he shows up. Now, we have heard that this film will be the shortest of the MCU films, or one of them, and it's running in at minutes, so under 2 hours, which make big deals about runtime, but to me it just matters how it fits the film, and runtime of the film depends on the story and how time you can tell your story in and what fits. It sounds like, from what I'm hearing, that they just want to pack a punch. They want to get into it. I guess similar to Superman, but I think it might have more. It does seem like, to me, from watching trailers, going to focus more on the central characters. Now, Superman did a lot of characters that were good, and it just felt like, to me, there was too many characters in there, and get to focus on the central Fantastic Four and the plot and Galactus, which I'm excited to see. Like I said, Galactus looks absolutely awesome. Looks exactly how you will want him to look on screen. I think he's been a lot of hesitant in putting Galactus on screen the way he was in the comics, because honestly, I thought he looked kind of goofy in the comics. The way that he's portrayed on screen has a big, large presence because he's obviously big, but they also talk about how he can change his size, so he can go from being smaller to bigger, which makes sense, and that's how you can scale it in a way that makes sense for the story, how they plan to do it. And there are reviews that are out for Fantastic Four, and it's getting a lot of great reviews. It's getting good reviews, but I don't really trust that. I'm just gonna see for myself. We know from Superman, it has a lot of propaganda. I understand, like, if you enjoy and love Superman, and I'm going to see it again, really, I know I gave my full review, and those were my thoughts at the time, but you can change. But we'll just see. I am kind of intrigued to see one more time, see if I feel any different, but it just overall didn't really work too well for me. But I do think Fantastic Four has a chance to be better and make more money. I think that's because of the cast. I think if the Fantastic Four works and Galactus works, it can bring into a better position moving forward, more so than DC with Superman. And that's just my thoughts. Galactus, like I said, he looks menacing, he looks like a big threat, and here's the best part, he doesn't look goofy. Like, make it work in purple tone, but it's not like purple works, and the armor he's wearing is very detailed and cool looking, and he just has that big menacing presence that you want in a big character like that. So we'll just have to see they use them and how he plays out, because I think if they're wise, Galactus will not be a one-note character or villain. He won't be just in this movie. They might him for a little bit and focus on Doom. I understand that, because from my understanding, they are in a separate, which makes sense. And when the Fantastic Four's world gets destroyed, I think that's if you put 2 plus 2 together, that's kind of this plot is going. But we'll just see how it plays out in the movie. And then the Fantastic Four comes to the MCU universe, and that's where the whole Doomsday plot begins. So we'll just have to see how Galactus ties into everything, and I'm excited to see it. Fantastic Four has me more excited now, I think, after seeing Superman and seeing the clips and behind the scenes. I think it could be great. I think it could be a fun movie for the summertime. I think Galactus could in the movie also. So let me know, guys, what you all think in the comment section down below, your thoughts and opinions, and I'm sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and share. If you enjoy my content, please let me know. And till next video, guys, Chino out.